Welcome back. Well, although the United States has previously treated the Muslim Brotherhood with mistrust, there are signs that Washington's attitude is softening. A recent study commissioned by the National Intelligence Council urged the U.S. to open formal channels with the movement. The U.S. State Department is said to be discussing this proposal with the intelligence community, and there are claims that American diplomats in Egypt are quietly forging ties with members of the Brotherhood. Although the Muslim Brotherhood was founded in Egypt, there are millions of Brotherhood members in the Middle East, from Somalia to Iraq. In Jordan, the Muslim Brotherhood operates politically under the name Islamic Action Front and is a party that holds the most seats in the Jordanian parliament. But just across the border in Syria, being a Brotherhood member is a crime punishable by death. And in occupied Palestine, Hamas was originally formed as a Gaza wing of the Muslim Brotherhood. Joining us again are our guests in Cairo, Majed Reda Boutros, member of the Central Committee of the ruling National Democratic Party. Mohammed Al-Sayed Saeed, he's Deputy Director of the Al-Ahram Center for Political and Strategic Studies. And in London, Kamal Helbawi, former Muslim Brotherhood spokesman. Dr. Helbawi, how close is the Muslim Brotherhood to Al-Qaeda?
The Muslim Brotherhood have no closeness or relationship at all with Al-Qaeda or any extremist group. Even they have suffered a lot from the extremist groups.
Okay, but if we go to Jordan, I mean, 4 elected members of parliament were accused of visiting Abu Musab al-Zarqawi from Al-Qaeda, and they were arrested for that.
To visit someone, does it mean that you are close to him? Or to visit someone, does it mean that you believe in what he believes? But let me really say to Mr. Majed that he accused the Muslim Brotherhood with all accusations. First of all, let me remind him that relation to Christians, during the time of Hassan al-Banna, the founder of the Muslim Brotherhood, he used to have consultants and advisors from among the non-Muslim community. And during the recent elections, the Muslim Brothers, in 2005, they were supporting some Christian nominees as well during the elections, and they have very good relations. Mr. Omar al-Tilmisani, the Murshid, previous Murshid, used to visit the leaders of the Christian community, and there was no at all any conflict or rift between them. Secondly, he accused the Muslim Brotherhood of backward and underdeveloped. I would like to tell him, if you make any statistics, you will find that most of them educated, well-educated, highly educated people in the society are among Muslim Brotherhood. And no one of them was tried as criminal in any prison during the last at least 15 or 50 or 60 years, which means that the Muslim Brotherhood are very peaceful and working. They have no
Dr. Boutros, I mean, do you agree with any of that they are peaceful and they are working?
No, he doesn't understand the difference.
I'd like to bring in Dr. Boutros there to respond to these links and these links to Al-Qaeda.
We need democratic state. We don't need theocratic state. Muslim Brotherhood need democratic state.
Dr. Boutros.
Yeah.
Do you agree with what he's saying? I mean, he's saying that clearly they have progressed a lot, and he was denying any links to Al-Qaeda. I mean, do you agree with that after seeing what's happening within your country and the recent arrests that you've made?
There is a clear misunderstanding. What I'm saying is that the press releases of the Muslim Brotherhood states that the ultimate aim, the ultimate goal of the Muslim Brotherhood is to establish an Islamic state and an Islamic system, theocratic state. This is, by definition, is a theocratic state. You
are using the term theocratic. This is wrong completely. The Muslim Brotherhood never called for any theocratic state. You are claiming.
Sir,
sorry to say
that. Sir, you have to go back to the leader of the Muslim Brotherhood. He has issued several press releases. This is, I hear it like any other Egyptian.
Okay, gentlemen, I'd like to stick with what's happening now and the way forward. And maybe I can bring in Mr. Saeed. We've heard that there's some sort of shift, possible shift in US policy. They might engage with the Muslim Brotherhood. Do you think that's the right way?
Well, there has been really quite a bit of rumors on interactions and talks between Muslim Brotherhood on the one hand and the United States administration on the other. Nonetheless, I do believe that, as you just simply mentioned minutes ago, that traditionally, or at least for the last decade, the American administration has been very, very suspicious of Muslim Brotherhood. But the argument that you cannot treat Islamists as if they are a monolithic force, or even the Muslim Brotherhood as if they are a monolithic force across the political platform or across countries, is simply a big mistake. And accordingly, I think the United States has softened its stand on the Muslim Brotherhood, and I do believe that they may get more open to dialogue with Muslim Brotherhood. We do have a variety of examples that essentially proves that links between Al-Qaeda and Muslim Brotherhood is just simply a myth. We have the case of Hamas, actually, we use the same term for describing the Muslim Brotherhood movement in Algeria, that stood with the government actually against Al-Qaeda connected rebel groups in the mountains. We do have the case even that is, at least from the viewpoint of the United States, is much more clearer, where the Islamist party that also somehow associates itself with the Muslim Brotherhood is a part of the coalition government now ruling Iraq, and has been really a member of the interim governing council since the invasion.
I'd like to put a final question, excuse me interrupting, to Mr. Boutros, because we're running out of time. Is there a political future for the Muslim Brotherhood within Egypt?
Yes, of course. If they secularize their program, if they reintroduce themselves, if they have reorientation, because it's not just a political debate or an argument. It's rather a choice between stability and chaos. No government would allow chaos in its arena or in its environment. So it's very natural that the Egyptian regime would ask the Muslim Brotherhood and urge them to convert into a secular political program, and they will be
that note,
accepted.
let's leave it, gentlemen. Majid Reda Boutros talking there, Mohammed Al-Sayed, Saeed and Kamal Helbawi. And thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Inside Story. We welcome your comments and suggestions. As always, please email them to us at insidestory@aljazeera.net. That's insidestory@aljazeera.net. Goodbye for now.